So no editing. This is just from start to finish here. This isn't like a big deal, guys. This isn't like a huge video. I just wanted to give a couple updates. I went ahead and just started the camera rolling, and we're just gonna go with it because, you know, I don't really do a whole lot of these kind of conversation type things. But for anybody who does watch the channel, typically we're uploading 3 times a week. This last week I did take a break. I only uploaded 2 videos. We did an app review with Ike on Monday, and then a horror stew. I didn't do a horror stew on Friday is what I meant to say. We just did our Control Over C. I actually uploaded it for Wednesday, but I was like, you know what, not really feeling like, because it takes some work to obviously film other videos, so I decided I'll go ahead and just do the Control Over C for Friday. Hopefully that gives us some exposure for a Friday video maybe. I don't know, I do some analytics sometimes, like on our videos, and typically Friday videos get a little more viewership than Wednesday videos, but I'm actually filming this on Friday, so we'll see if that's true. But guys, today I just want to make a quick update video. This will go up on Monday, and this is just going to be some quick updates about the channel, updates about what I'm going to be doing. Next week we won't have a Control Over C. Wednesday we'll have an app review with Ike. Friday will be a horror stew. And then the following week we'll be back to our normal schedule, so no worries for people who do watch us. That being said, I just want to kind of take some time to give you guys some updates about some stuff that's happening in my life and what I'm going to be doing moving forward. Obviously, I'm going to continue doing the channel as always, but I do want to try and incorporate some more real life stuff into it. Not necessarily vlogs. Not that I dislike vlogs or would never consider doing that, but there is some stuff that I do want to do and kind of take you guys along with me. Here in the near future, I'm going to be going to Florida to visit some family, and then I talked to my wife and we talked about maybe doing some reviews of some food down there, because that's typically what we travel for, is we travel to eat different types of foods and newer foods and everything else. Also, just want to point out the lighting is really good right now. I don't even have my ring light on. Right now all I have on is the outside sun, so it's actually pretty nice. I actually like it. It's pretty bright. I feel like if I turn the ring light on, it would just blind me now at this point. But anyways, other than being amazed at natural lighting, so I'm going to be going on a couple different trips here soon. And to kind of preface that, I am getting my COVID vaccine. So I hope to take you guys with me for that as well. But the COVID vaccine should be, I mean, it's straightforward. I live in Indiana, and for people who do live in Indiana, if you would like to get the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, obviously I don't know what your schedules are, or your availability, or their availability, but the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is a one-time vaccine that is being given at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and look into that if you live in Indiana and you're within a somewhat reasonable drive of Indianapolis. But I'm going to do that here in the next couple weeks. I don't remember the day, honestly. It's on a Saturday if I remember correctly, but it's not tomorrow or anything. But we're doing that. I'm going on a trip to Florida in May. Well, end of May, beginning of June, potentially. I say potentially. Everything's always up in the air. You know how it is. Also, I have a plan in July to potentially go to a place called Indiana Beach. Indiana Beach is an amusement park in Monticello, Indiana. I'm going to be going with my family and some friends. Salsa will be there. I may have to talk him into showing his face on camera. He typically doesn't want to. He wants to keep his identity anonymous, but maybe I can convince him to show his face for the camera. But I do want to film that. I feel like that would be pretty cool to get some shots of Indiana Beach. Maybe do an in-person Control Over C with Salsa. That would be pretty interesting. And then later this year in November, I am going on a cruise, all things, God willing. Because right now the cruise lines, there's also something interesting too, that I'm going to be talking to Salsa about on our next Control Over C podcast. But something interesting that's kind of happened with cruise lines is that they're sort of starting to do cruises again coming in this summer, which is great. You know, a lot of folks have been missing cruises, and so like Carnival Cruise Lines, Caribbean Cruise Lines, and all of the other big ones are going to be starting up cruises in the summer. And then with those cruises in the summer, hopefully everything goes well and they're able to resume cruises later in the year. You may have seen a little break there and there. I had to stop and do something real quick, don't worry. But anyways, so hopefully with as long as the summer cruises go well, which I imagine they will, for the primary fact that a lot of people are thinking that they're going to require COVID vaccinations for people to go on cruises. So that obviously makes me feel better. I'm getting my vaccine, you know, this month, so it's like, you know, eventually, you know, I'll have that immunity after a couple weeks after the vaccine, and so that way I can start traveling again. Because honestly, one of the worst parts about this last year, and you know, and I've talked about this a little bit, but after I got married, that was pretty much the last major thing that I did, which was in August. And I didn't really go on any trips because, you know, when I got married, you know, we obviously traveled down south to our venue in southern Indiana. And then we traveled back up north to Monticello, Indiana, where we went to Indiana Beach, kind of for our honeymoon. It wasn't really our honeymoon, but we wanted to do something after the wedding. We didn't want to just stop and not do anything, but we couldn't, because originally we planned to go on a cruise, but you know, that didn't pan out because of the pandemic. So we decided, okay, let's go to Indiana Beach, have a fun time, and then go from there. And that's what we did. We had a great time for the most part. It was really hot, and people were not very much caring for the CDC guidelines. I will say Indiana Beach has done a fantastic job during this time when they've been open. Obviously, they've been in the off season recently, but when they've been open, you know, at least last year, they were at reduced capacity. I think they went back up to capacity and maybe like 80 or 90, maybe even 100% capacity, but they're being safe. You know, they're continuing to require face masks. You know, they have hand sanitizer stations, everything else. So hopefully when I go this year, though, I'll have the vaccine, and hopefully a lot of other people will too. So that way, when I'm outside, you know, I don't have to wear a mask. And then when I'm inside, I can wear my mask. But that being said, you know, I have a lot of really great stuff planned for this year. A lot of great stuff that's going to be happening. And honestly, I kind of wanted to share that with you guys because I really haven't shared an update about me or the channel lately. Just by kind of rocking and rolling on these videos, which is great. Obviously, I'm really enjoying doing that, but sometimes it's okay to kind of take a step back and kind of have a reflection on, you know, where we are, where we're going. But you guys should be seeing some different content coming up as soon as I can start traveling again, because I'm going to be doing a lot of filming when I go places. You know, me and my wife, we're actually looking at taking just a day trip, maybe some weekend, because when we were in Montana, we went to Montana for a family member's wedding a couple years ago, and on the way we flew to Denver, and then we drove from Denver to her hometown in Wyoming, and then we drove from Wyoming to Montana. When we were driving from Wyoming to Montana that second day, we stopped at a restaurant. It's local up there. It's called Taco John's. Now I think it's just a West thing because they're not really anywhere near on the East Coast, I don't think. And I think there's a couple in Indiana, but there's one that's like up north somewhere, and it's like 2 hours away. So we were like talking to we're like, you know, we should just go to that Taco John's because like last time we had it was, you know, when we went to that wedding. So we're like, yeah, let's do that. So I may take you guys on that adventure sometime. That would be interesting. Another restaurant that we like to travel for is Raising Cane's, which is in Ohio, Kentucky, I think even like Missouri, maybe, I don't know. It's kind of down in the to the east of Indiana, Ohio area, Kentucky area. It's really good. If you've never had it, try it. It's fantastic. Honestly, it's some of the best chicken that I've ever had. But even beyond just food, we also eventually want to go and visit Salsa down in, you know, because he lives down in the North Carolina area. So I do want to also go down there and eventually visit him as well. But yeah, that's all my great plans for this year, to go see everybody at, in different intervals of time. And it's just exciting. Wanted to share with you guys that A, I'm getting the vaccine, and B, that I'm going to be able to start traveling again, and that C, you guys are going to be able to start seeing some cool videos soon, which will definitely be great. I'm looking into I always talked about getting a better camera, but I've been looking at some cameras and prices, and honestly, the camera on my iPhone, it's just a little, I guess, humble brag maybe, but the camera on my iPhone is actually pretty good. It can record in 4K. Obviously, it's not the perfect camera, and it's also not the perfect storage device, but I actually found there's a removable storage device that you can purchase on Amazon, and it's not really that expensive, and it's honestly great. And so I'm going to hopefully get that. I also plan to eventually get a better microphone so that I can talk to you guys a little bit better, because right now I either use my AirPods or I just talk to the camera. But when I talk to the camera, obviously, sometimes you can hear the echo, and sometimes when I use the AirPods, those sometimes have a little bit of feedback. So it is what it is. But that being said, I'm not going to take up too much more of your time. I just want to close things out here. Just let you guys know that there's some really cool stuff coming this year, and then I'm going to continue to do stuff, and then next week we'll be back on a normal track, if you will. So as always, guys, one last thing I wanted to include here as I shut us off here is, if you want to join the Geek-Stew crew, let us know, because we're always looking to expand the product. I make a lot of videos. This also helps me make some of them, of course. But we're always looking for more people to do more content, maybe even expand our number of days a week that we do content. Typically we do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but even if we can fit somebody in to maybe do a video on Tuesday or Thursday weekend, or maybe they can replace one of our active videos, so that way I don't have to do as much. But if you're interested in joining the crew, let us know. Hit us up on Facebook or Twitter. I think that's probably Twitter's honestly probably going to be the best place to hit us up, because I don't know, Facebook's kind of weird. It wants me to hook up like a WhatsApp, and I don't know what the hell that is. So if you want to hit us up, probably do it on Twitter. Twitter handles in the description and at the end of the video. And as always, guys, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay awesome. We will see you in the next one. See ya.